What is up, guys? Welcome back. We are still in the process of bagging my Mercedes W210. We are currently in the OBS and we are headed over to my friend Perry and Hal's shop, Quick Everett's Garage here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to get tires mounted on the BC Forged MLEs. I brought home the wheels directly from BC in Florida when we were there for Daytona Turkey Rod Run a few weeks ago. Tires just came in yesterday. Since I don't have a tire machine, as you guys already know, I'm headed over to Quick Everett's to get them mounted up there. We'll get these tires mounted. We'll show you guys what they look like. I decided to go with a 215/40 on these. So getting tires mounted up now is going to allow us to know exactly where the wheel and tire combo are going to sit within the wheel well of the car once we get the factory suspension out, and we can compress all the control arms and get the car to basically sit at its aired out articulation.
Do we start with the skinnies first?
Yeah, why not? Or just start with the hard ones.
John always brings fun stuff. Holy shit.
It's not that bad. So we're at Quick Everett's now. Hal and Perry and Kira are here. And Hal's already thinking that a 215/40 on a 9.5 and a 10 is crazy. That ain't nothing for that new equipment. I can't. What are you doing, huh? No, it's not. All right, so the boys here at Quick Everett's just got this fancy new equipment. Kira thinks the microphone is a chew toy.
You're running the same size tire on back and front?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Definitely a little farther than my dad's FMC spindle mount machine. I learned how to mount tires on when I was 8.
Still probably one of the easiest ones to use.
That ain't bad. That'll seat no problem.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
At least get to use your new bead blaster.
All that's great.
See, that ain't that bad. I used to be able to set an iPhone in between the lip and the.
Got an iPhone holder on his wheel and tire?
Yeah.
I thought your fender's supposed to fit in the hole.
No, I'm not getting that crazy with this car. What's worse, stretching tires on wheels or putting a motor in a Lamborghini?
I believe putting the engine in a Lambo was way harder.
Okay, good.
So on this one we can do a full diagnostics. And if you're on this side you can watch. When it slows down it'll start running. It runs 7,000 pictures per revolution.
Well,
With the
how many?
cameras, 7,000 pictures per revolution. Usually takes about 2 minutes to run a full diagnostic on it. I can tell you broke belts, bent wheels, bad tires, everything on it. It'll also help us mount match your typical road force, that they call it.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll do anything we want. Get you the smoothest ride you can get out of it.
So wild.
You're gonna go boss. When John Ludwick shows up.
That was an easy one, though.
Yeah, that's the terror rim. We
I
had
know.
easier problems with the damn. I'm sorry.
All right, guys, so at the drop of a hat, we just drove 3.5 hours up to Bristol, Tennessee, right down the street from the Bristol Speedway, actually, to pick up a motor for the Auto Union 1000 SP build. Some of you guys may have seen the episode where I was test fitting the 1600 dual port Type 1 motor in the Beetle Pan that's under the Auto Union, and we just weren't gonna have the overhead clearance with the trunk on the Auto Union. And even with a Puma shroud, a South American shorter Type 1 shroud, it just wasn't gonna work. So I've been searching for other motor options, and I've been searching for the last few months. And although the project isn't hung up on waiting for a motor. It's a vital piece to the puzzle, obviously. So we left super early this morning and got right up there and ended up pulling the trigger, and we've got the motor for the 1000 SP in the bed of the truck. Won't hang you guys on pins and needles, but when we get back to the shop, I'll show you guys what we picked up and why I decided to go with this motor. All right, guys, we are back home, back to the shop. Successful rip up to Bristol and back. It turned out to be probably more than an 8-hour day. And huge shout out to my friend Kyle Golding, who I actually got the 59 Beetle from that we're using to pan under the Auto Union. He actually sent me the Facebook Marketplace ad. And I didn't look at it for a couple of days, and I'm glad I looked at it when I did, because someone was supposed to buy this motor yesterday. I was on pins and needles waiting to hear back if he had sold it. He didn't. We left at like 5 a.m. this morning to get up there, and on our way up, someone said they'd come this afternoon for it. So I'm glad we scooped it. 3 or 4 months now I've been searching for this specific motor. It's finally come to an end. We finally got the motor that I want to use in the Auto Union. This was a huge thing to check off the list. I'm super glad we got this back. We got home, and there is a full-blown pallet. And I mean, it's 6 feet tall, and it's clear. It's from our friends at Rova. It's 50-gallon and 30-gallon drums. Looks like there's some other stuff in here too. Oh my goodness. I don't know where we're gonna put any of this stuff. I don't know where we're gonna put this. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3 50-gallon drums. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of the 30-gallon. Oh man. And also, very, very key, I'm pretty sure these are new OEM ball joints for the W210. And this right here is what we were waiting on. This is the Commonwealth control arm kit. So this is front bracket bag kit and the rear adjustable lower control arms that the bags will mount to as well. So this was the last vital piece to bagging the car. So this is thanks to Commonwealth up in Canada for sending all this stuff down. He actually built this kit, got it to powder coat, and got it right out to us. Let us show you what we got for a motor. This here isn't gonna be some crazy unveiling of a motor. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that we were test fitting the dual port 1600 Type 1 motor. And I even put the Puma shroud on it and just didn't have the clearance on the trunk. Just would not fit. For how low I wanna get that body over the Beetle pan to lay body when it's aired out, it was just no room. You'd have to run no trunk lid, and that trunk is the coolest part of the whole car with the old Audi or the old Auto Union 4-ring logo on it. So I knew at that point that if I didn't want to venture too far down the rabbit hole and do something wild for a power plant, because this got the old crash box in it, I should really, really look for a Type 3 motor. Now, this might be anticlimactic, but this has honestly been really difficult to find. If I didn't want to buy a squareback, like a running, driving squareback to get the motor out of, it's been really difficult to find a fully assembled Type 3 motor. And if you guys are unaware, the Type 3 motors are flat. The fan is in front of the motor and down block height, basically. The only thing that sits up on top is the intake manifold and the carburetor. But look at how clean this thing is. This apparently came out of an estate sale. So this guy passed away, had this massive shop. Apparently it was a huge shop, and there were motors everywhere. There were motors outside. There were air-cooled Volkswagen motors and small block Chevys littered outside. And inside was this Type 3 motor on a bench covered. So this was inside and it was covered, and it's clear after we've been looking at it that it's more than likely been rebuilt. Well, it has been rebuilt.
But he was saying the markings on the block kind of represent an aftermarket block.
Yep.
And you could tell that the block was split and resealed. The heads look brand new. All of these parts look brand new, like almost never used.
It's free. Oh, maybe I can't. There we go, with one hand. I mean, it turns with one hand. And all the parts look new. So even though we haven't heard this thing run, this is the motor I've been looking for. This is huge. I mean, this is a stock Type 3 motor, but you know, we might have to, do some modifications to it. If you're new to the channel, this is going into a Beetle pan that's under a 1960 Auto Union 1000 SP.
That's crazy enough alone.
Yeah.
This motor in that, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Go super crazy.
Yeah. We have an exhaust system we can build off of too. You know,
Yeah.
we've already got some J
I was
pipes.
thinking that too, and some ducting if we need to. It's a good pace.
Yep. Even though we haven't heard it run yet, I am so stoked to have this here. This just a huge piece of the puzzle, and it's like brand new.
That's never been turned. That's brand new.
Wow, no carbon in there or anything.
Crazy.
So amidst all this craziness, yeah, still haven't finished the plasma table yet. It's so close to being done. All I have to do is build the torch harness for the Prime Weld Cut 60, and that's basically it. You saw us already operate the torch head from the computer. I have since built a 15-foot 220 extension cord, so that's done. Just have to build the torch harness, and we'll be cutting steel here very, very soon. I can't wait. This is a dream machine to have in a shop. And since I'm already used to doing CAD with the laser machine, which won't cut steel, making bag brackets and anything else we need, especially for the auto union, is going to be easy peasy. So super excited there. We're going to get the 700 out. We'll get the motor out and onto a dolly since I need to get an engine stand still. If you're OGs on the channel, you know I just moved here 2 years ago out of my dad's shop and basically furnished this place from nothing. Self-employed, spent a lot of money in the last 2 years here. So there's still a lot of things I don't have here in the shop yet. I don't have an engine crane and I don't have an engine stand yet. So gotta get those. But we're getting there. I mean, I bought the lift. We got a CNC plasma table here. We got plasma cutters. We got welders. We got a tubing bender now. I just bought one of those. We're gonna put that to work in the auto union. So let's get the motor out of the truck, and then we'll open up that stinking pallet of Rova stuff.
This is why you have micro cars.
Yeah, you can move them even if they won't run. This one does.
It runs.
Everyone else is like, just manhandle it out of the truck. But after a career in freestyle BMX and Corey growing up on dirt bikes, we are hurting in our late 30s or your mid 30s. I'm in my late 30s. Yeah, our backs let go pretty easily. So if you've got the tools, work smarter, not harder type deal.
Yeah. Also, if you've been a technician and working in vans on concrete floors forever, same thing.
Yeah. These 1-inch straps are more than enough to handle this aluminum motor and save our backs, because back's not feeling so good today as I jump out of my truck. So, all you air-cooled Volkswagen guys, leave in the comments what you think this setup is from. So it's Brazil stamped, but if you know these numbers, we haven't Googled any of it, so we'll leave some of the work up to you guys. All right, guys, well, there she is in the shop on a dolly, ready to get sorted out and ultimately mocked up in the pan of the auto union. And man, oh man, is this going to be fun. If you guys don't know yet, this is the big project in the shop. So once the 64 Beetle's done and hopefully given away to one of you guys early next year, early 2024, we'll be hammering on the SP.
It's so much.
I'm honored to be working with Rova, but what on earth are we going to do with this stuff? Oh, there's stools. Oh, check it out.
That's like a nice
Countertop.
Table.
Yeah.
It's got the IMSA car on it.
Yeah, very cool. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's an upright display shelf, display rack. So yeah, we'll put this together at some point and be able to stock our oil on it. Very cool. Well, thanks, Rova. And thanks, Kenny, for dumping all this stuff on me after SEMA. All right, so we got 5 stools and we have 3 50-gallon drums. Man, where are we gonna put this stuff? Well, we've got tires on the BC Forged wheels. Huge thanks again to Hal and Perry at Quick Everett's Garage. If you're in the Chattanooga area and you've got anything on your European car that you need done, go see Quick Everett's. But also, if you've got some high-end wheels that you need some tires mounted on, they have the top of the line John Beam, tire machine and balancer at that shop. We're getting close. I mean, we've got to unpack a lot of stuff in the next couple of episodes. We've got Commonwealth bracket kit. We've got ball joints. We've got front oil control arms, oil filter. We've got oil from Rova. We've got a motor for the 1000 SP. A lot's happening, guys. We're ending 2023 on a high note. I've never had this much going on at one time. This is kind of overwhelming. Like, it feels like just yesterday, I finally got to the point where I had a daily driver and a project car. The Mercedes is going to be done here soon, and I can't wait. One of the coolest dailies I've had in a long time. So thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.